Hey everybody, here we are, live on KEXP. My name is Troy Nelson. I am in the KEXP live room here at the station where we broadcast every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in Seattle at 90.3. We stream all over the world at kexp.org, and it's because of listeners like you that we're able to bring you performances like these. And this has been a long time coming. I am very excited to present to all of you. It is Teenage Sequence. And if you're ready, let's do this.
The city is hungover. It's in bed with a sheet over his head. See, the last thing he remembers is urinating down its own leg. And the city is hungover. Well, it's horny, but it's alone, and its head is throbbing, and it can't find its phone. The city is hungover, and it said it loved you last night, but now, well now maybe things are moving a little bit too fast, but it totally meant it. Can we hold on a minute? The city is hungover. The city just thinks it'd rather not repeat. The city is hungover, and the city can be pretty mean. Hungover. It can't make the rent this month. It drinks in spite of itself. It loves its mum. Well, the city is hungover, and the city wants to be anywhere but here. Well, I can't say I blame it. Hungover, and it always makes the same mistake and follows the same pattern. It goes from happy to sad, to slurring its words, to sad, to violent, to happy, to violent again, to violent some more, and then it passes out. Yeah, the city is hungover, and the city is hungover, and the city can't handle his drink. Last night it spoke over everyone on subject matters they are experts in, and it had barely read a headline on. Last night the city was smart, spelled S-M-R-T. The city is hungover, and his friends tell it that maybe, just maybe at 39 years old, nobody cares about you sitting at the end of a bar, drinking Negroni, talking about the Clash. But you know what? I'm telling you right now, the city knows better than that. to all of his carbohydrates by throwing up in the gutter. The city knows best. It's always like this. And the city knows best. But it's always like this. And the city knows best. And truth be told, we both know. It's gonna do it again!
body, more the soul. If premonition makes it hurt less, isolation will fail us all. Fighting me, I got a solution. Came to me when the blood dripped from my leg. Sometimes it takes a brutal incision for anything to make any sense. You're stronger than you think you are, and so am I. And I can prove that too. Because I can fix you, me, and everyone. I can fix you, me, and everyone. love, well, such is defeat. I reckon me, I got a solution, but this time I won't tell a soul. Compartmentalize into smaller fractions until you can't feel anything at all. You're stronger than you think you are, and so am I. And I can prove that too. Because I can fix you, me, and everyone. 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 What was I thinking about if I wasn't thinking about you? What was I thinking about if I wasn't thinking about? What was I thinking about if I wasn't thinking about you? What was I thinking about if I wasn't thinking about you? About you. I can fix you, me, and everyone. 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 What was I thinking about if I wasn't thinking about you, me, and everyone? What am I thinking about if I wasn't thinking about you, me, and everyone? I try and I'm losing my edge. I'm losing my edge. The references are coming up from behind. Baseline. My friends don't ask me my opinion of Discord because they're too busy telling me their opinion of Discord. And that I bought 20 years of Discord the day it came out. My favorite track is What Kind of Monster Are You? By Slant 6. And in case you're wondering, that is a direct correlation between factual masturbation and $1 million DIY record label. I'd like to take a moment to point out that there is nothing original about this or any other song that has ever been released, ever. That I am not the first person to project over our headgangers, and I won't be the last. Although I imagine most other artists don't feel the need to include a countless solo in their music in order to bridge the gap between art and artist. And yes, that is a thinly veiled, poorly written reference to the racial expectations and division among genre lines. So if you're in a position to do so, sign me, you racist. La la la, la 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 la. of hearing about it, I'm bored of thinking about it. If you're bored of hearing about it, I'm bored of thinking about it. La 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 la.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, intimidating life.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, intimidating life. Stop having fun immediately and think about what you've done. Well, my best friend's a white Englishman who's indigenous as his kind. Spent most of my time talking about people we love, records we hate, and all the things that might kill us. However, that which doesn't kill me only makes me weirder at parties. That's not a thing that bothers me anymore, because nobody invites me to parties. So my half-baked hot takes like, if there is a heaven, the highly unlikely any of our heroes are there, based on our back catalogues alone, is both insensitive and a testament to my alcoholic thinking. Doesn't make it wrong. Hey Bob, what does it mean? Maybe something? Probably nothing. I don't like satirical songs about coming over here and sharing culture, because I think they're a dated trope and a cheap sell. I didn't come here with one culture, I was born here and ostracized by two. Now I believe that the people care, but this industry has trained itself into the corner of a white room. So none of your thoughts on this song. Remember, the punchline's me, but the joke's on you! Oh la, la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Let's go. You can dance in this bit. I'm the worst dancer in the world. You can just kind of do some stuff like this. Or better than I can. Just cut that out, baby. Donna Summer, George Pringle. Donna Summer, George Pringle. CM Punk, Kraftwerk. Bret Hart, Kraftwerk. Frankie Knuckles, Frankie Knuckles, Frankie Knuckles, Frankie Knuckles.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life.
All this art, all this art, all this art, all this art.
Imitating life, imitating life, imitating life, imitating life. They got their eyes on us.
hearts. So we tear our sleeves off and we run, run, run. I'll meet you in line for white heat. It won't be like last time. This time I got it figured out, yeah. This time I have it figured out. But it's the same, the same, the same until we die, die, die. It doesn't change, it change, it change. We just die, die, die. So we go home. The cops are coming. They want to know if we're for real. So we tell them what they want to hear. And we hope, hope, hope. I guess we're green enough now to think they're on our side. I promise it won't be like last time, even though it's beginning to feel a lot like last time. And it's the same, the same, the same until we die, die, die. It doesn't change, a change, a change. We just die, die, die. Tell me your name, your name, your name until we die, die, die. Tell me your name, your name, your name until we die, die, die. We can wait for the transgenerational trauma to wash up. Or we can wait out the weather underneath that bus stop. We can admit defeat, that we're delusional and paranoid, commit all types of sin, but we can't come in, so we go home. And it's the same, the same, the same until we die, die, die. It doesn't change, a change, a change. We just die, die, die. Tell me your name, your name, your name until we die, die, die. Tell me your name, your name, your name until we die, die, die. KEXP, you're not alone.
Awesome. Fantastic. Teenage Sequence, live on KEXP. Been waiting for this moment for quite some time, and you delivered. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you for having me and us. It means the world.
Yes, appreciate it. This project has just been trickling out. I remember we first got the song All This Art, and I was like, what is this? And started playing it, and then other DJs started playing it, and we're all excited. And then all of a sudden we got The City Is Hungover. And I'm like, give us more, give us more. And then thankfully you did, and released a self-titled full-length album. So Teenage Sequence, we've been really excited about this project for a while.
Yeah, it was never intentional for it to take like 2 years from like from first single to album. But you know, it was like sort of mid-pandemic when this all kind of started. There was like, it's been so slow, and there's been difficulties from like all sides, like there always is with these things.
Sure.
But I'm really grateful that it's out, and I'm really grateful that it's in the world.
Yeah, we're grateful to have you. And the opening lyric to your song, All This Art, it
Yes.
says, My friends don't ask me about my opinion of Discord, talking about Discord records, of course, because they're too busy telling me about their opinion of Discord, even though I bought 20 years of Discord the day it came out. I'm assuming that it's been a while since that 20 years of Discord came out, so I just wanted to let you know I brought you something, and I want you to let everybody know what I'm handing you. There you go.
Oh, no. It is 20 years of Discord, which I don't actually. When did this come out?
It was a long time ago.
We've probably gone past that.
But that's yours.
This
The
is
actual 20
my God.
years of Discord box set.
There it is on disc 2.
Your favorite song?
Track 12. My favorite song on this, Slant 6, What Kind of Monster Are You? It is so good.
So what can you tell me about? I didn't know Slant 6 before you name checked them in this song. What is it about that song? What Kind of Monster Are You by Slant 6?
It just gripped me. Like I knew a lot of the stuff on there, like, you know, particularly like I'm going to use this for reference. Hold on, you know, we have it right here. So like, you know, I knew a lot of the stuff on disc 1, the more hardcore punk stuff.
Yeah.
And then like there's a lot of that on the sort of disc 3 unreleased stuff. I wasn't too familiar with a lot of the bands going back however young I was at the time. Like I knew, like, you know, I kind of knew Q and Not You, and I knew Blue Tip, and I knew Fugazi. Yeah. But there was a lot of stuff I didn't know, and like the Jawbox I knew as well.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites.
Right, and like, you know, I was a weird little punk kid who only really had heard a lot of male musicians, particularly male singers, with the exception of like some of the bigger acts that became very, very big.
Right.
And it was just, I don't know, it gripped me. It just like, when the track hits, it sort of grabs your attention, and then the vocals come in, and it's just like, it was like really new for me to hear something like not through the radio that had a woman singing on it. And it was so captivating to young me. Yeah. And then it's just got a killer chorus. Like at heart, I'm just kind of a pop boy. And I think a lot of us are like, you know, I like a lot of stuff, but I also really love a hook.
Well, I just want to throw it out there. I think it would be pretty cool if you did a Teenage Sequence cover of What Kind of Monster Are You by Slant 6. Just throwing it out there into the universe.
I've thought about it. I really have. Like, I think about it more often than not, because it's like, it's right. It's right
it's
there.
It's part of your story.
But like, kind of feels a little bit on the nose. But I don't know. I'll have a chat with Bob.
There you go.
And see if he wants to do it.
Yes.
You know, like,
yes.
We say, he said yes. He said yes. So, okay, awesome. We're doing that. Next time, invite us back, Troy, and I'll do it.
Of course. The door's open. Speaking of, let's go all the way back to your beginnings. What can you tell all of us about the early bands you were in, like King Blues and Bleach Blood?
Yeah, sure. So King Blues was sort of the first, like, band that gained any form of notoriety. I was a guitarist in that band. It was very much somebody else's project, but... You know, it had its ups and downs. There is a difficult history there for me personally. I think that everyone's quite at peace with it these days. And it was a really weird thing, because there was some success there. Like, you know, like some real success. And it's a very bizarre thing to be successful when... particularly in like music, when you're quite young. Like, and like I stand in front of you now, 39 years old, and so I was quite young back then, but I didn't know it, right? Nobody knows that they're young in their like early 20s. And, you know, it was probably both the best way to spend my 20s and the worst possible way to spend my 20s. So after that, there was Bleach Blood, which was kind of me going to the front for the first time. I was learning a lot about like kind of how to be in front of a band and how to be a singer and like a band leader and those sort of things. And I wasn't very good at it back then. I'm arguably not very good at it now, but that's maybe more subjective than anything else.
I'm assuming that you're better.
Yeah, I'm better. I'm better now, yeah. Because that would be bad news, right? No, it was a really interesting time. I desperately wanted to make a more dance-orientated record, but I was very scared, so I ended up making kind of a sort of long-in-the-tooth rock record. And yeah, it was just very hard to get it going, but I was super burnt out. Yeah. Like I was very, very ill. Like I was 26, 27 years old kind of as that happened. I did it because it was just what I did, right? I made music. Yeah.
when really I should have taken time to look after myself and grown up a little bit. So I was very, very ill. That came to a head. It kind of broke up, and then I stayed out. I stayed gone, and I stayed gone for a while, and I thought I was happy until I started writing songs again. And I was like, oh no, I'm not happy. I want to like release stuff. So we get Teenage Sequence.
Yeah, you have such a wide musical palette. You like so many different types of music, and I wanted to ask you, what would you say to somebody who might not be familiar? Who is the Asian Dub Foundation? What are they all about?
So ADF, I mean, I think are one of the most underrated bands of their time. I mean, like their first album in particular, Raffi's Revenge, utterly changed stuff for me. I listened to it very young. It was the first time that I had heard. There was a few things that happened on that record. First, it was angry, politicized music that wasn't like Rage Against the Machine, heavy metal, or punk rock. It had those elements, but there was this, they brought in a lot of jungle and drum and bass, and there was a lot of hip hop, and there was a lot of reggae elements, and there was a lot of sampling and like kind of dance music. It was very much, sort of like, reminds me kind of like an updated version of like Pill Metal Box, something like that, right? Like
cool.
that was a lot of that in there, a lot of that post-punk stuff in there.
Awesome.
And then secondly, it was delivered by British South Asian folk. And it was, and I'm going to say something that may sound a little mean here, but I'm not going to name names. Prior to that, there was one or two successful groups who had of South Asian origin folk in their bands and at the front of their bands. But a lot of it was kind of lightweight. Then to suddenly hear this group come along and start talking about the subject matters they were talking about, to me was just like, it really helped solidify my existence in the music that I liked, whilst really kind of being that and like Insomnia, Faithless, like with like two of the records that really sort of sparked my interest very young into kind of more dance oriented or like electronic led music.
Right. Awesome. And shifting gears a little bit, because I've never been here before, but what would you tell me the first thing that I should do if I found myself in the Hackney Wick neighborhood in East London?
Get out. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've been to Hackney Wick. You've done your research, and that's unfair. It's been a minute since I've been to Hackney Wick, as you know, as a sort of, I've moved to America quite recently. And what would be the first thing? So there were a lot of cool things that I would love to have done, but they've all gone, and they sort of gentrified the neighborhood, and it kind of is what it is. Okay, there is one spot remaining from my time there, which is really lovely. It's a place called Grow, and they are like community-led. They have some of the best music go on there, from like dance nights, punk rock, hardcore, jazz, hip-hop, like a lot of blues stuff, open mics that you want to like kind of tear your ears off. And I love that space. So I'd say that's the first place to go. And then, make your way like up the street and see it slowly get safer and safer and safer and safer and nicer and nicer and nicer. But you want to go back to the Grow. So that's what I say, go to Grow.
Great.
Get a beer.
Awesome. Well, once again, this has been a long time coming. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. We've been loving this project. And I know that I introduced you to Daniel from local band Spirit Award.
You did, yes.
And the remix of their awesome song is complete.
It's done. It got aired.
It got aired
earlier today.
Yes.
Like that was a surprise.
And you're staying with Daniel at his
staying
place.
with Daniel in his house.
I love this.
He is like I really love Spirit Award. Like you turned me onto them, and like that last album is fantastic.
And you remixed the song Pushing Forward.
I did Pushing Forward, and I had a good time doing it, and it's nice to be able to like reimagine other people's work and be like, do like the what if, right? And I was like, for that, I was like, what if this was like some weird, just bass heavy Italo disco song? And it's nice for me because it means that I can break out of what I have come to sort of understand, at least in this cycle, this album cycle, what I've understood Teenage Sequence to be is kind of this thing, and that's sort of obvious what it is.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to do things that are like adjacent to that, right?
Totally.
And so that was really fun. But yeah, staying with Daniel, he is the nicest person. He has the most lovely dog. Really grateful for his friendship.
He's great. I'm so glad that both of your creative forces joined, and I'm also excited about you remixing stuff too. So I love the Teenage Sequence songs. I would love to hear more remixes, and this has been just wonderful having you all here in the KEXP live room. So thank you once again.
No, thank you very much.
Yes, this has been Teenage Sequence live on KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.